How old are you now? When you look in the mirror, do you see a strong woman? To be honest, every woman between the ages of 70 and 75 goes through a quiet transformation, and this is perfectly normal. This change happens gradually and is sometimes hard to notice. Those most affected by this change are the women who are the most independent, the most disciplined, and the most determined to manage everything on their own. There is a pattern that arises at the age of 75, which I refer to as the cliff. Today, we will explore this situation, and most importantly, if you stay with me to the end of this video, I will offer you realistic and practical ways to overcome this hurdle, whilst fully safeguarding your health, dignity, and happiness. Before we dive, drop a comment below and tell me, how old are you, and where are you watching from? Have you felt any shifts already? Your words matter more than you think. Reason number 1, your body is changing. Muscle loss accelerates after the age of 70. It's a simple biological fact. A walk that felt easy last spring may now start to feel like a struggle. A jar that you used to open without a second thought might suddenly refuse to budge. And for a woman who has always been self-reliant, having to ask for help with something so small can make her feel bad. Meet Stephanie. She was a 72-year-old woman who was sharp as a tack, active, and proud of her independence. One afternoon, she nearly slipped and fell whilst trying to pick up a tea towel from the kitchen floor. At first, she began to avoid certain movements. Then she started avoiding certain activities. Before long, her mobility had decreased, which in turn weakened her body further. Here's something that really works. Every morning, whilst still sitting in bed, use your toes to pull a small towel towards you. Do this for 30 seconds. This simple movement strengthens your grip and significantly reduces the risk of falling. It takes less time than brushing your teeth. Reason number 2, losing your role. For decades, you have played an indispensable role in both your family life and your professional life. When these roles are no longer there, the silence can feel so overwhelming it is almost deafening. Chronic loneliness at this stage has been compared by researchers to smoking 15 cigarettes a day in terms of its impact on your health. Your brain needs engagement, the same way your body needs movement. The solution isn't a puzzle app, it's real human connection. Even a 5-minute laugh with someone you know activates more of your brain than an hour of solo mental exercises. Find a place, a volunteer group, a weekly class where you can show up not as your past roles, but simply as yourself. Reason number 3, your circle is getting smaller. In your 70s, goodbyes become more frequent. The casual "see you next week" can sometimes turn into a final farewell without any warning. This is one of the deepest emotional realities of this decade. But here's what truly helps. You don't need to rebuild deep friendships from scratch. What you need are lighter, wider connections. Go to where people simply know your face. The coffee shop where the barista knows your order. The morning walk group in the park. These loose communities create a quiet, powerful sense of belonging, and that feeling is a kind of medicine no prescription can replicate. Reason number 4, caregiving can quietly break you. A lot of women between 70 and 75 neglect themselves while caring for an ailing husband. You may feel like true love is doing it all yourself, but if you burn out, the whole situation just falls apart. Grab your phone right now and search for Area Agency on Aging. They're a solid support network all over the US, and they're around for this exact reason. You don't have to wait for an emergency to reach out. You can just tell them, hey, things have been getting a bit much lately. Honestly, that one phone call could be a total game changer for both of you. Reason number 5, digital isolation is a real danger. Nowadays, everything is on your phone. Doctor's info, government stuff, keeping up with family, even emergency alerts. If using a smartphone still feels like a headache or a waste of time, that hesitation might actually be cutting you off from things that keep you safe and independent. You don't need to become a tech genius. You really only need 2 skills: knowing how to text a photo and how to use voice to text so you don't have to type. That's it. A smartphone isn't just some fancy gadget. For a woman in her 70s, it's a total lifeline. The years between 70 and 75 are really one of the biggest turning points you'll ever face. Honestly, the women who make it through this season with their spirits intact are the ones who aren't afraid to lean on people. They've learned to reach out to their community and embrace the very tools they once thought they could live without. You are not alone in this, and you are more capable than you think. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If this video helped you, please like it and share it with someone you care about. And subscribe if you haven't yet. I'll be right here every week with guidance made for exactly where you are in life. Take care of yourself, keep your smile, and I'll see you in the next one.